Hey guys, what is up? Let me guess. If you have clicked into this video, then you must be searching for ways to open a CIMB Singapore account from Malaysia. And this video is exactly what you need if you do not have a working permit in Singapore or neither you are a PR of Singapore. Well, neither do I. I opened my CIMB Singapore account from Malaysia, all done online within 1 week. So if I can do that, you too can do the same. Now, in order to keep this video simple and straight to the point, I will assume that you know why you will need a CIMB Singapore account, and if you don't, I can make an entire video explaining why a Malaysian should have a Singapore bank account. I appreciate that early thumbs up and it helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much, and without further ado, let's jump right into the content. So there are a few prerequisites that you will need to open a CIMB Singapore account. 1. You need to have identity card and you are age 16 and above. 2. You need a passport which is not expired. 3. You need to provide a proof of address, and that can be your bank e-statement or your utility bill. And 4. You will need 1,000 Sing dollar equivalent of ringgit Malaysia, and that will be around 3,041 ringgit. But just to be safe, I'll recommend you to prepare at least 3,200 ringgit. And last but not least, number 5, you will need a CIMB Malaysia account. Yes, it is required and it is a must to have for the e-KYC purpose, else you have to travel to the Singapore branch for the KYC purposes. Now, if you don't have one, don't worry, you can easily apply for a basic savings account from CIMB Malaysia's website, which have zero annual fee and no minimum balance requirement. Well, just in case you're wondering, mine is the Petronas Savers account, which I've opened 4 to 5 years ago. If my memory serves me well, you may need to visit a physical CIMB Malaysia branch, but in the face of this pandemic, some of the procedures may have changed, so I highly recommend you to call up CIMB Malaysia to confirm that. So once you have all the stuffs prepared that I've mentioned, you are ready to open your CIMB Singapore account. I'll be showing you the 7 detailed steps for you to get your CIMB Singapore account ready, so buckle up, and if in case you want to read it slowly, I'll also write it down in the description box down below, so feel free to go and check it out. So step 1, you need to visit CIMB Singapore website to submit your application and look for CIMB FastSaver account on the website. Click New Customers and click Apply Now and click Proceed to Complete Form. Fill in a few basic information, then click Start Application. You will then be required to fill up 5 pages of personal details and provide some verification documents. Once you have done all of that, you can then submit your application. And that leads us to step number 2, which is to write down your new CIMB account number. After submitting your application, you should receive an email attaching with a PDF with the name CASA Personal Form Password. You will need to unlock the PDF document through a password that is sent via SMS to you. Use it to unlock it, and your new CIMB Singapore account number will be listed on the top right corner of the PDF document. And moving forward, you will need this number to fund and activate your account. Step number 3, you will need to fund your CIMB Singapore account, and you can withdraw out fully if needed because there's no minimum balance requirement. Alright, that said, there are 2 ways where you can fund your CIMB account with 1,000 Sing dollar. Method number 1, which is to use your Malaysian bank and perform foreign telegraphic transfer to your new CIMB Singapore account, whether be it from Maybank, CIMB Malaysia, Public Bank, RHB Bank, or whatever bank that is. Just so you know, this can be quite expensive as they charge a foreign exchange rate which is on the uglier side. Or you can use method number 2, which is what I did, using a third-party fintech company just like TransferWise to do that job, and they provide a phenomenal foreign exchange rate. Just for the sake of comparison, using CIMB Clicks, we require 3,115 ringgit to exchange 1,000 Sing dollar, whereas using TransferWise, it only requires 3,060 ringgit to exchange for 1,000 Sing dollar, and that is a cost saving of 55 ringgit just for one transaction. I don't know about you, but that is a lot of money to me. You can easily buy me 3 cups of Starbucks and still have leftovers to invest in stash away. Win-win. Anyway, Using TransferWise, it should be done within minutes. And just for your information, TransferWise is actually regulated in Malaysia under the Money Services Business Act 2011. So feel free to check out their license in the description box below. And that brings us to step number 4, which is to link your CIMB Singapore account with your CIMB Malaysia account. To do that, log into your CIMB Clicks Malaysia. On the left column, go to Services. Click on Account Linking and select Link Singapore Account. I believe it will prompt you to fill in your IC number and state your purpose, so make sure you fill in the same IC number as when you registered to avoid any complications. And that brings us to step number 5, which is to wait for your account linking completion. And this might take 1 or 2 days depending on when you open your account.
A few moments later,
you should receive a SMS indicating the status of the account linking. Otherwise, you can just log in back to the same place where you link your account and check on the status. And then we come to step number 6, which is to perform your e-KYC transfer. Once the account linkage is completed, you need to transfer at least $1 from your CIMB Malaysia account to your CIMB Singapore account. And you can only do that within your CIMB Clicks, not via any third-party fintech company. Log into your CIMB Clicks Malaysia. On the left column, click Pay and Transfer and choose Transfer Money. Perform the transfer to your newly linked Singapore FastSaver account. And I personally transferred $3 just to be safe. And after you do that, then we are ready for step number 7, which is to just relax and wait for your account approval. Again, depending on when you open your account, you should be receiving a call from a representative from the CIMB Singapore branch within 1 or 2 business days. The person will ask for your verification details and also ask you for the purpose of opening this CIMB Singapore account. And you can just say that this is for the general savings or overseas investment purposes, and they should get it immediately. There's nothing to hide from them. And after that, just wait for the final email confirmation that your CIMB Singapore account is approved and ready to be used. And in my case, I received the call at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I got my confirmation email at 7 o'clock in the evening of the same day. Pretty fast if you ask me. And once you got that, you can then register for your CIMB Clicks Singapore account, as well as download the CIMB Clicks Singapore mobile app for your future transactions. Alright, that's pretty much it. Now that you got your CIMB Singapore account ready, you can do whatever you want with it. Whether is it diversifying your ringgit cash into Sing dollar, which is one of the world's most stable currency, or perform any further transactions for international investment purposes, which is what I did myself for investing with interactive brokers. You do what you want to do and enjoy yourselves. And if you have stayed until this part of the video, can I humbly ask you to smash that like button down below, as well as share this video on Facebook so that more people will get to know this information. Remember to check the description box down below, and I will give you the link to my friend Ringgit Freedom's written guide on how to open a CIMB Singapore's account from Malaysia. And she's written a pretty in-depth guide for that. And yeah, that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay invested, and as usual, I will see you in the next one.